Hi, I'm Robert Begley with day 94 of my video challenge. What does the word victory mean to you? Does it mean maybe something like unequivocal, there is a winner in whatever contest this we're looking at? I associate that word with one man. And on the anniversary, September 1st, 1939, is the anniversary of World War II breaking out. One man used that word to gather a nation towards the storm clouds that were happening. Of course, that is Winston Churchill, probably the greatest leader of the 20th century, one of the most influential speakers and writers in world history. And in that first speech when he was elected, there was so much resistance to him. He says, "You ask, what is our aim? I can answer in one word: victory. Victory at all costs." Shortly after that, he'd say the famous expression, we shall never surrender, never, never, never surrender. And this is while France and all of Europe was surrendering left and right and trying to make deals with Hitler and Mussolini, not Churchill. And he was a beacon of hope. His voice on the radio of the BBC airwaves gave people hope. But he was a student of history. Study history, study history. That was one of his mottos. His lifespan, the 90 years of his life, he, as far as battles go, warfare, his first wars, he was part of the cavalry, so riding on horses. And then by the time his life was over, we were clearly in the nuclear age. So few people had that same context that he had. A lot of people didn't like him. And there was some reason not to like him, but not for the appeasers and the pacifists and the ones who think, oh, if we just don't confront our enemies, they'll leave us alone. And Churchill had an expression for them. They're the ones who want to feed the alligator, hoping they will be the last ones who are eaten. Tremendously popular with the British public because he connected with them, even though he was of somewhat a different class structure. But highly recommend the film Darkest Hour, when he goes into the subway and asks people for their views and hears what they are saying and then embeds that into his speeches. But there's one little baby that he sees, and the mother says, "Oh, the baby looks like you." "All babies look like me," he says. And then later on, late in life, a little boy comes up to him and says, "Mr. Churchill, are you the greatest man alive?" And he answers, "Yes, now bugger off." That kind of summarizes the man in just one sentence, but a great heart, especially for his beloved wife, Clementine, and his family. Just a great man, probably the greatest Brit of all time. I might say slightly second to Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin, but that's a different category. And so I want to recognize Winston Churchill. Thank you for your leadership during the darkest hour. And you are the beacon of hope for the Enlightenment Western civilization. And you were half American too. Your mother was born here, and that was a part of your charm. We'll see you tomorrow, day 95.